Hey guys, this is Trenchy back again to bring you another video, and this time we're doing a suggested video by my friend Marty, aka the Trash Picture Show. That's his channel. I was talking to him one day, and he was like, "Are you doing any content?" I was like, "Not really. Don't really have anything planned." He's like, "How about you do a collection video?" I kind of explained I don't really collect like other people else. I'm not really in the position to. If I were, I probably would more. But he was like, "Hey, do you have over 20 movies?" And I was like, "Yeah, because stuff has been collected over years by my mom and just my family in general. Just stuff from childhood, stuff from that. And just like stuff has been gathered over the years." And it's like, you should do it. And I was like, okay. And there's nothing really like Criterion or like Vinegar Syndrome or anything like that. Those like people like to show like the arrows and stuff. It's not really fancy. It's just movies. But I like it simple like that. And there are some Blu-rays and stuff. But I don't know if anybody would be interested. But you know, Marty said like it'd be like, you know, Marty suggested. I was like, yeah, I could do that. That might be fun. And it's interesting seeing, because I didn't know I had like all these movies, and there's some movies that we don't have anymore that I didn't realize, like Alpha Dog and Donnie Darko, which we used to have, but now they're like gone. So like gathering them all, you're like, oh shit, yeah, this is you have this movie and this movie, and it's like it's interesting to see what's at your disposal, especially like if you don't have internet and stuff. It's good to have DVDs to watch, you know, just in case you want to watch something, you know, and you have no access to the internet. So that's always good. But yeah, I guess going into this, Marty's link will be down below. He's really awesome. He makes really good content, and he's just a good person. He's really good. He's really cool and shit. You should just check out his channel because his content's good and he is good himself. You know, a good guy to get to know and shit. But yeah, I guess we'll get into this video, I guess. But first movie is American History X. You know, you all know this movie. This movie is fucking great. It's Edward Norton trying to save his younger brother from becoming a neo-Nazi like he was, because he gets redeemed in prison and shit. It's like the horrors of racism, the like generational curses, the redemption, like anybody can, you know, people can redeem themselves, and it's a great movie. It's fucking fantastic. Like, you guys all know American History X. I don't need to. I really like it, and it's good as it's real good. Next is My Blue Heaven. I don't know much about this movie. I know Steve Martin's in it. I think this is like my mom or my grandfather's. I don't know, because some of my grandfather movies are in here too. I don't know, but I might check it out. It says Steve Martin is a gangster. That's a thing. Rick Moranis is a federal agent. Yeah, it's I haven't seen it, but I might watch it. I didn't even know we had that. Like, some of these movies I didn't even know we had. So, I haven't seen a lot of these movies, I realize. I gotta watch more of them. But, The Girl Who Lives on the Lane. This movie is fucking fantastic. This movie's fucking brilliant. I love this movie. It's really good. One of Jodie Foster's best movies, in my opinion. It's fucking fantastic. It's really good. There is a scene, like, I watched it on Prime because I didn't know we had it, but now that I know we have it, I'm gonna watch it on here. I don't think it's on, I looked it up, it's not on most DVDs, but I wouldn't recommend watching it on Prime because there's a scene in there that's highly disturbing that should not be in the movie, in my opinion. It serves no service to the plot. Yes, there are disturbing scenes in this movie, but like, that scene served no purpose and should have not have been in the movie. But besides that, this movie's really enjoyable. It's about Jodie Foster, and like, as far as we know, her dad's sick and she's practically taking care of herself. and Martin Sheen plays a pedophile of like his mom's like really rich and like owns the town and shit, and he's like a pedophile with a family, but everybody knows he's a pedophile, but nobody really does anything because his mom is so rich and shit. So Jodie Foster's playing a cat and mouse game with him and his mom and like the whole neighborhood to try to keep the house and stuff, and it's a really good movie. It's really fucking good, and yeah, it's disturbing, but in it's a, I won't say in a good way, but it's just a really well done story and movie, and yeah, just that one scene that they added in was very unneeded, but everything else was great. Jodie Foster whoops ass in that movie. Probably one of my favorites of hers. Get Out. You all know Get Out. You all know Get Out. It's great. It's fantastic. Well, it's like one of the better horror films that come out in like the 2010s. Was it 2010s? It wasn't. Was it 2020? I think it was 2019. 2019. Like, this movie's great. It's this guy is going to meet his girlfriend's parents, and he's black and they're white, and they're like being racist, but not like kind of hiding it. Like, they're like being subtly racist. It's really, but also not subtly racist. It's a thing, and then all these people come over, and it gets all creepy, but it's like really good. Just a really good horror movie. Like, this dude is on top of shit. Like, once he knows this shit's getting bad, he tries to get the fuck out of Dodge. And, like, it's really fucking good. It's creepy, it's in your face, but also subtle. It mixes real horror with fictional horror. It's really good. I really like Get Out. It's one of my favorites. But, Don't Breathe. This movie's pretty good. These people break into this house, and it's like this old blind dude's in there, and they're like, oh, he's old and blind, we can rob him. But no, this dude's like fucking on some daredevil shit without the fucking like, karate and stuff. He's onto them, and he's going all Rambo on their asses. And it's like, you feel bad for him at first, and you feel bad for our people too. Like, some of them are, not that bad, but then you realize, oh shit, dude's doing stuff in his basement, and you're like, oh no, this guy, no. It's a good movie. It's a good, kind of home invasion type movie. Don't Breathe. I got put back. Having trouble. It's hard putting movies back with one hand. Sometimes. It's hard. So, I'm sorry, we might be here for a while. I apologize. This is America's Serial Killers, A Portrait in Evil. This is just all your serial killers. Besides, I didn't see Eileen Morno. She might be in an episode of this, but they don't say her name. But you got everybody else. You got Jack Ripper, you got H.H. Holmes, Albert Fish, The Vampire of Brooklyn, Jane Toppin, The Boston Strangler, Ed Gein, The Lipstick Killer, The Zodiac, Son of Sam, Charles Manson, Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, The Highway Killers, The Hillside Stranglers, Beltway Snipers, Gainesville Ripper, The Unabomber, Green River Killer, BTK, The Night Stalker, Jeffrey Dahmer, and they said there's some others too, but it's just a whole bunch of documentaries on just fucking serial killers. So if you're like into serial killers, I guess this will be cool to have. I don't know if you can find it anywhere, but I don't know. I watched some of it. I think I've seen like the Manson one. The one that had Manson in it. Because I've seen some shit on Manson. It's funny. People say I look like Charles Manson. But Zodiac. I think I've seen the one with Zodiac. Or, yeah, that's the one with Charles Manson in it. So, of course I've seen that. And Ted Bundy. Yeah. I think that's the one I see. And I'm pretty sure I've seen the one on the Night Stalker, fucking, Richard Ramirez. Because he's the one I find the most interesting out of the bunch. Richard Ramirez and Jeffrey Dahmer's kind of, like, bunked together on that. But, yeah. Serial killers. Movie Premium Rush. This is about a dude on a bike, and it's fucking dope. Like, fucking, dude's like a delivery guy, and he's delivering a package, but this crooked cop, like, wants the package, so he's gotta, like, outmaneuver him on his bike. And it's like crazy. It's fucking cool. You might think it sounds silly, but it's actually, like, a cool little action movie about this guy on his bike. You know? It's really cool. I like Premium Rush. But yeah. Next we got, this is one I've had since I was like a little kid. Fucking Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Now I changed my mind. I do not think the new Mortal Kombat is better than the original anymore. That was just really the hype train. I still like the new movie. I think it's really good. But I do think the first Mortal Kombat's just, it's so badass, man. It's so much fun. It's so cheesy. It's got a lot of great characters. Annihilation is pretty bad, though. That's, they ruined Baraka. And he's my favorite character, and they took a shit all over Baraka. It was not cool, but, you know. To have one, you gotta have the other, so I guess it's not, yeah. I might rewatch Annihilation, I don't know. They took a shit over Baraka, though. I liked it as a kid, though. I'm not gonna lie. I did like Annihilation as a kid. But, so here is, like, some miniseries by Stephen King. You have the bad version of The Shining. Think I've seen a little bit of it. I don't know. Cause I think... I think I've seen this, but I'm pretty sure I've seen The Shining. Because that's where the hedge animals come to life. Yeah, I've seen this version. I keep forgetting if I did. Yeah, that's a thing. Kubrick's version is farly superior. I love it. It was one of my first, it is my first horror movie. It's great. It's fucking great. Tim Curry fucking scaring the shit out of people. It's brilliant. I haven't seen any version of Salem's Lot, and not Salem's Lot, the remake. I haven't seen any version of that, so I can't really speak upon them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have seen the Stephen King Shining, and I loved it. I love both versions of it. I think I love the original It just a little bit more, even though it has a lot of problems. The new It's okay too. I haven't seen that new one though, the part 2. But Stephen King's Riding the Bullet. I have no idea what this is about. I have no idea what it is. I haven't seen it. So I can't really talk about it. But it's a movie that exists. That's Stephen King. I usually like Stephen King's stories, so, you know, Stephen King's Riding the Bullet. Oh, Harold and Kumar Christmas. I like this movie. It's great. Wafflebot is in it. Sadly, he's not on the front. He deserves to be on the front. Wafflebot, awesome character. I really like this movie. It's so much fun. It's just a fun Christmas movie. I like the first Harold and Kumar too, but I think I like this better. I haven't seen Guantanamo Bay though, so, you know, maybe I'll like Guantanamo Bay, the second one. 12 Rounds. This movie is decent. I like this movie. John Cena's trying to go through like this game of 12 rounds to save his wife from a killer who has an axe to grind with him. 12 Rounds is, you know, it's your action movie. I like The Marine a little bit more when it comes to John Cena action movies. Well, besides maybe the newer ones. Suicide Squad's my favorite, of course, but The Marine for like his like early 2000s stuff, The Marine, but 12 Rounds, you know, it's good. It's good. The Simpsons Christmas, this has a bunch of like Simpsons Christmas episodes on it. So it's like, you know, it's like it's a Simpsons Christmas episode stuff. It's got the first one, Mr. Plow, Miracle on Evergreen Terrace, Grift of the Magi, She of Little Faith. I know there's the one with like the toys. I remember that one. There's a certain one with a certain toy in it. But yeah, oh, Simpsons roasting on an open fire. That's the first one. That's when they get the dog. But yeah, Simpsons Christmas stuff. The Order. I've never seen this, but Heath Ledger looks like a cool movie. There is a fate worse than death. I think this is one my mom got. Never seen it. Heard good things. The Alamo. This is like a western I do like. I haven't seen a lot of John Wayne westerns, but I like this and True Grit. But yeah, it's the story of the. It's really long though, but I do like this movie. I do like the Alamo, so we'll put the Alamo back. But yeah. Black Hawk Down. This is about the war in like Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff. This movie's badass. Like a really good war movie. I think it's kind of underrated. It's really dope. Just these guys going to Afghanistan. I think they get. It's been a while since I've seen it, but they get stranded there, and they're trying to get out, and they don't want to leave anybody behind. No man left behind, and they're all trying to get out of there. Just a really good war movie, Black Hawk Down. I'm sorry, not too detailed on it. It's been a long time since I've seen it and the Alamo, but I do like those movies. I do remember enjoying them quite a bit. Casualties at War. I gotta see this shit. People say it's really good. Fucking Sean Penn and Michael J. Fox, and I guess I hear like Sean Penn's like the bad guy, Michael J. Fox is like the good guy, and Sean Penn's doing some crazy wild shit in the war. I think it's Vietnam. Is this like Vietnam War movie? Yeah, it is Vietnam. But yeah, really good. Well, I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of good things. I won't say really good. This movie's really good. I haven't fucking seen it. I can't say it's really good. I haven't seen this shit, but I hear it's good. I want to give it a chance someday. But, Dark Shadows. We have 2 copies of this for some reason. They're both in here. I prefer the show. I want to watch more of the show. All of it's on Tubi, including the original series before Barnabas came around. All the stuff before, because they went for a long time without Barnabas, and people were like, kind of getting, antsy and shit, and they weren't, like, really getting into it, but then once they brought in Barnabas Cullen, the vampire shit started picking up, and that show, like, became really, really good. And I would like to, like, watch it all one day. I've seen some of it, and I enjoyed the original series. That's why I'm like, this is not it. This is not a good adaptation. It's an okay movie on. It's a fun movie on its own. Tim Burton. It's enjoyable, gothic and stuff. Like a really enjoyable movie. But as a whole, like as an adaptation, it's not a good adaptation in my opinion. It's not good, but as a movie itself, it's pretty okay. I like the scene where he's talking to the hippies. But yeah, as an adaptation, no. Patton, I gotta see this movie. It's a classic. I haven't seen it. I know, yeah, I haven't seen Patton. But I hear good things. I think this is one my grandpa had. Definitely have to check that out at some point. The Dark Tower remake. I haven't seen this, but it's like, how are you gonna do the Dark Tower in one movie? I don't know. Like, you would need multiple movies, because the Dark Tower books, there's like 6 of those fuckers. They tie into like other books of Stephen King, like It's involved and fucking Dude from the Stand, and I haven't really read them, but they look insane, and I don't know. This might be a fun movie though. Who knows about that? Cloverfield 1, I gotta give this movie a chance again. I didn't really like it. I thought it was too shaky with the shake cam, and I don't know, I found it kind of annoying. I really like 10 Cloverfield Lane better. And although I do really like the actress in this movie, I think Lizzie Kaplan's in this movie. I think, yeah, she is. I really like Lizzie Kaplan, but it's like, I don't know, the movie to me was just, why did it have to be found footage? It should have just been a monster movie, but you know, it was okay. Yeah. I just remember I just not liking it. I gotta rewatch it though. But yeah, Pulse, the remake of Pulse. I really like this movie. I know a lot of people don't. But the fact that Dad coming in through electricity to like get people and like cause an apocalypse and shit is fucking dope. It's a cool idea. I know the original's better, but then like making people like kill themselves and contacting them for the electronics is like I really like that, and I really like the apocalypse kind of idea they go with. Um, oh my bad, that's kind of a spoiler. Oops. But I really like the Pulse remake. One of my favorites. I gotta see the original from Japan or Korea. I think it's Japan. Mandy, this movie is fucking awesome. It's fucking dark, but it's also so much fucking fun. It's Nicolas Cage kicking ass in a bright color environment with like fucking rock music and shit. It's fucking colorful, it's crazy, there's a tiger. Don't ask me why there's a fucking tiger, but there's a tiger. It's fucking awesome. Nicolas Cage is being Nicolas Cage and it's great. It's fucking great. Mandy's great. Yeah, I don't like this as a kid. Don't know now. Not really a fan of it. This isn't really G.I. Joe. You know, it's just kind of... I don't know, they wear giant mech suits at one point. They wear like these like metal robot suits and get power. Yeah. I don't know. Wedding Crashers, I don't think I've seen those. If I did, I either don't like this or haven't seen it. I don't remember. It's weird. Some of my memory's a little foggy with shit. But yeah, Wedding Crashers, don't have much to say about it. All the Scream movies, Scream 1, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't seen the new one yet, but I enjoy all the Scream movies. They're fun. 1 and 4 are my favorites. 2 and 3 are pretty good too. 3's got issues, but it's fun. But yeah, I enjoy essentially all these movies, and I just have a lot of fun time with Scream. It's just, I won't go too much into it, but yeah, Scream's very enjoyable. Scream. Million Dollar Baby. This movie's dark, man. This movie's really sad. You think it's gonna be one type of movie, but it's a whole different type of movie. And I think Clint Eastwood directed this. I like his directing stuff. Like this and this is Million Dollar Baby. I keep confusing it with Slumdog Millionaire. I don't know why I confuse those movies, but yeah, I really like his direction. This and another movie I'll talk about later, which is my favorite of his. But yeah, Million Dollar Baby is a good movie. I won this in a contest from Horrific Nightmares JM. I gotta start watching this channel again. It's been a while, but 2047 Virtual Revolution. Well, I think it was on the Slash Bros channel. I think, but this movie looks really cool. I haven't watched this one yet. I watched one of them I got from them called Weird Fiction, and I liked it. But I gotta check out this one. It looks pretty cool. There's like robots and shit. So 2047 Virtual Revolution. $30 Days a Night. This is a badass kind of vampire movie in Alaska where the vampires, it's always night there, so they're just like always, like they gotta survive 30 days of night essentially, and it's fucking dope, fucking badass as fuck. These are monstrous vampires. They will fuck you up. There's a cool little Renfield character. Uh, it's just a good ass movie. 30 Days a Night is a pretty good vampire movie. One of my favorite superhero movies, underrated. I know it's not like the comics, but The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I love this movie. It's like we're gonna take characters from classic literature and make an Avengers team out of them. And that's exactly what they do. Now, I haven't read the comics, but I do really like that. You got like Alan Quartermain, fucking Tom Sawyer as a special agent, Captain Nemo, the Invisible Man, Mina Harker, who is a vampire in this version, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which Mr. Hyde is essentially the Hulk, and fucking, Dorian Gray. Fucking Dorian Gray. And you got fucking M. Moriarty is the villain of this movie. Fucking Moriarty. And, yeah, this movie's fucking insane. I would love to see more of this. It's great. It has problems, but I really like I really like the team. I really like the actors involved. I just really like this movie. You know, CGI is a little wonky, but it's early 2000s CGI, so what you could do. But, yeah, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Doctor Who, The Doctors Revisited. These are like mini documentaries plus episodes on 9, 10, and 11, which 9's my favorite of the Doctors, 9 and 7. You got good old Christopher Eccleston over there. Matt Smith is 11 and David Tennant is 10. But yeah, this has like some of their best episodes. You know, you got Bad Wolf and The Parting of Ways, The Stolen Earth, Journey's End, The Impossible Astronaut, and Day on the Moon. You know, I enjoy all these episodes. Some more than others, but yeah, I just enjoyed learning about the Doctors and going behind the scenes with them, and I like Doctor Who a lot, and I just enjoy, especially 9. I really like 9. Like, I like 10, and I like 11, but out of these three, 9's the dude, man. 9 is the one that destroyed Gallifrey. Like, fuck that, that doctor they brought in, the John Hurt doctor. I'm gonna be honest for a little bit. Fuck the war doctor that John Hurt brought in. He was good, but we all know 9 was the one that destroyed Gallifrey. They blacklisted Christopher because he didn't want to play the Doctor anymore after for another season or something like that. I don't know all the details, but I know the details is he blacklisted him, and when they asked him to come back for the episode where all the 3 Doctors meet, he chose not to. So they brought in the War Doctor. But no retconning bullshit. 9 blew up Gallifrey. He is the darkest of all the Doctors, and I love him for that. But yeah, good DVD. A Bridge Too Far. This is another war movie that my grandpa has. I gotta see it. Looks pretty cool. Did I show it to you right? My bad. I'm trying to do this collector video thing right, but I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry. The Campaign. I remember this movie being pretty funny. I haven't seen it in a while though, but you know, Will Ferrell, Zach Galifianakis, making fun of politics. You know, good old stuff. You know, fun stuff. The Revenant. Everybody raves about this movie. Like, I don't know. I might check it out eventually. I know, doesn't Leonardo DiCaprio fight a bear? That's like the one thing I hear about this movie. Everybody's like, it's really good. DiCaprio fights a bear, and that's all they'll say about it. But yeah, I gotta check it out eventually. I do not know what those scratches on it are. I don't know if those are supposed to be there or not. What the fuck is that? Is that pen? That might be pen. That's funny. But yeah, The Revenant. Here we got Backwoods Butchers, and this is a 4-pack of DVDs of just, murder movies. A Battered Conscience, Butchered, Mother's Day Massacre, and Breadcrumbs. Which I think Breadcrumbs is a play on, like, Hansel and Gretel, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to turn off this notification. There. Now we shouldn't be hearing dinging the whole time. My bad. But yeah, I haven't seen any of these movies, but I'd be interested in Breadcrumbs and, like, all of them, but maybe Breadcrumbs and, A Battered Conscience. Maybe Mother's Day Massacre. That one looks kind of badass, too. A Family Reunited in Hell. But yeah. Good old Backwoods Butchers. Beowulf. Great Norse mythology story. I remember liking this enough. It's like oddly animated and stuff, but I really like the fight with Grendel and stuff. I remember this being good. I gotta watch this again. Beowulf. Yeah, we're not even past the first shelf, and we're gonna be here for a while, cause this is not. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a fucking while. Okay, we might have to do a part 2. Shocking Crimes. We got this is a box set, 6 movies. You got Helter Skelter, Taken in Broad Daylight, Spec, The Elizabeth Smart Story, Morrison Murders, and Interrogation of Michael Crow. I think that's his name. The Interrogation of Michael Crow. Well, that's one of my favorite. That story's like fucked up, where these cops essentially convinced like this little boy. They like kind of broke him down into admitting that he murdered his sister, even though it's not really known if he did or not, and if they were just like they just kept fucking with him, like they kind of forced him to say it, because he is a little kid. So they don't know if someone else did it, or like if this poor kid, like if he did it, or this poor kid just took the blame because these cops wouldn't leave him the fuck alone. That was a good movie. I haven't seen the rest of them though, but that one I really like. It's an interesting movie. The Interrogation of Michael Crow. But yeah, that's 6 Shocking Crimes. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This movie's a fucking mess, but the Peter and Gwen stuff's really good. Jamie Foxx is okay as Electro, but they ruined Harry. And like, fuck James Franco, he's a creep and shit, like, in real life, I guess, so fuck him, but he did a way better job as Harry than Dane DeHaan did. Like, they didn't feel like friends. There were no chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Dane DeHaan. So, like, fuck James Franco for, shit, but, yeah, I do prefer that version of Harry over this. This is horrible. I'm just talking acting-wise. But, yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2, I mean, it's got some good stuff in it, but it's a mess. But I like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as a whole, though. Like, the first one's okay. Like, and Andrew Garfield himself as Spider-Man's pretty good. Better than Tom Holland. But, yeah. Shazam, I haven't seen it. I heard good things. I think I got it recently. Just never got around to watching it. But, Shazam. Deep Blue Sea 2. Haven't seen it. I like Deep Blue Sea 1, though. Deep Blue Sea 1 is great. But Deep Blue Sea 2, haven't seen it, but I guess we have it if I ever want to. Safe Word. I got this movie from Kara, Horror Retrospective, when I won one of her trivias. It was very nice of her to do. But, yeah, I guess this is a weird sex horror movie? I don't know. It looks really creepy and disturbing, though. It does look really creepy. I'll have to watch it at some point. Does look at that shit. That looks really creepy. Yeah. Carrie, and it came with this like, kind of Hispanic kind of cover over it. So that's kind of cool. Kind of like Day of the Dead type shit. But yeah, the original Carrie's great. It's great. I really like it. I like all the versions of Carrie, but this is definitely the best. I'd say the miniseries comes close as second, and like the remake with Chloe Grace Moretz is okay. I love part two though, where they have fucking whale harpoons. Why do they have whale harpoons? It's great. I fucking love that sequel, man. These just rich people with whale harpoons. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, this is a good ass movie, man. It's Carrie. You guys all know Carrie. It's Jeff Foxworthy. Two of his stand-up comedian bits. My mom's like was in this Jeff Foxworthy, so she got it. He's pretty funny. He has some good jokes. You know, not much to say here. It's just a Jeff Foxworthy stand-up DVD. Oh fuck. There we can put back. Epic movie. I liked it as a kid. It's not really that funny anymore. It's just random bullshit. Kind of like Scary Movie, but Scary Movie did it way better. Scary Movie did it way better than Epic Movie. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I've never really, I think I tried to do this a long time ago, but I'm not really good at this. VeggieTales, Mary, Larry, and the True Light of Christmas. This has the dude from Duck Dynasty in it, which I really liked Duck Dynasty as a kid. Cy Robertson doing the VeggieTales stuff. And it's VeggieTales Christmas, you know? Yeah. Human Zoo, another one I got from that contest from Horrific Nightmares. Well, I think it was all of them. It was all the Slash Bros. Which definitely check them in Horror Retrospective out. They're all really good. I gotta catch up on their stuff, but yeah, Human Zoo, I have not seen this one yet. It looks really creepy though. It looks like they're filming people and stuff. Kind of like trapping them in a room or whatever. It looks interesting. The Zookeeper. I haven't seen this in a while. I remember enjoying this. I know people make fun of this movie. They say it's bad, but I remember enjoying it. I remember having fun with Kevin Smith's Zookeeper. Okay, so this is the first 9 Puppet Masters and the first 3 Killjoys. Now, I haven't seen a single Killjoy movie, but I had to pick this up because I used to own the first 9 Puppet Masters, but I didn't anymore, and I really love Puppet Master, and I found this, so I got it again. And I really love it, especially Puppet Master 4. Puppet Master 4 kicks ass. I love that movie. The puppets are good, and they have to fight little demon monsters, little gremlins, and shit, and it's just really cool. Really badass. I love Puppet Master. But yeah, I gotta see Killjoy. Killjoy seems cool, but yeah, I really loved not all of them are winners, especially part 8. Part 8 is a clip show movie, but you know, I really like most of the Puppet Master movies, especially part 4. Orange County. This is one of my favorite comedies of all time. This is about a kid who's trying to go to college, but his thing keeps getting messed up by the school and his family and stuff, and it's just a really fun ride. It's kind of relatable in a way, not fully relatable, but I do relate to some of these things because I know like versions of these characters in real life. Like I know a version of the brother. He reminds me of someone in my family. Jack Black's character. The mom reminds me of some aspects of my mom. the John Lithgow character reminds me of some another person I've met in my life. Um, yeah, a lot of the characters are relatable. The idea of this guy trying to be a writer, very relatable. Um, I don't live in California and I can't relate to everything in the story, but I do find this movie pretty relatable in a way and very funny. I really love Orange County. It's one of my favorites. Rounders. I I tried watching this and I fell asleep twice. Maybe one day I'll be able to watch it in full, but I hear it's good. And I think I enjoyed what I saw of it, but I was just really tired. So, Rounders, Matt Damon, Edward Norton, playing poker and shit. Little Nicky. Yes, I like this movie. I don't care what you think. This movie is great. Adam Sandler plays the son of the devil, and he goes to Earth, and he's got to get his brothers back, but he learns about Earth and ice cream, and it's fucking great. It's fucking great. It's a great movie. I love Little Nicky. Little Nicky's fucking awesome. Popeye's chicken. I can't do the voice. Popeye's chicken. And yes, I can stand that voice the whole movie. Tower Heist. So I like it. It's enjoyable. Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, Matthew Broderick's in it, but he's pathetic, so it's fine. Casey Affleck. Just a fun movie about these guys trying to steal from this old rich dude who's fucking them over. And they all work at like this big hotel and stuff, like this giant tower and shit. They're trying to like rob the guy that owned the tower, and they all like work there. Besides Eddie Murphy, who's a thief. He's a professional thief or whatever. But yeah, Tower House is pretty good. And we're finally on to the second shelf, and it's funny because we got like, I don't know, sorry for the mess, but we got all the way over there to do too. So it's like, and a couple boxes, so it's like, yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. But, yeah, on to the second area. I might do this whole shelf and then call it a day. And then maybe do, like, the other shelves some other time. That's what I might do, is I might do this shelf, and then call it a day. And put this up as part 1, and do part 2 and 3. And then I might download them and then put them all together as a super video for people who just want to watch it as one. But yeah, here we go. So part 2, second shelf, we got 10 films, the Midnight Horror Collection, Zombies, these are all zombie movies. Night of the Living Dead, Teenage Zombies, King of the Zombies, White Zombie, which that's a Bela Lugosi film. Last of the Living, Hide and Creep, Zombie Dearest, Awaken the Dead, I Am Omega, Great Mistakes. Of course, Night's classic. I remember White Zombie's okay. It's enjoyable. Voodoo Zombies. I'm Omega. I remember being okay. And I don't really know much about the other ones. But this one looks good. Last of the Living. I think they said that's like slackers fighting zombies. That looks fun. But yeah. That's a bunch of zombie movies. Hills Have Eyes, the original, badass, about like hill people terrorizing this family when they get their car breaks down in the desert or their camper van, and they get messed with by the hill people. Great movie. Love The Hills Have Eyes. Wes Craven's awesome. I like this and the remake. I think they're both on par. I think they're both fantastic in other ways. In different ways, and they're both really great. So yeah, Hills Have Eyes. So we don't have the first remake, but we have the sequel to the remake, which I do like this movie as well. And this is the one with the mutants, and the military's like doing like a test or whatever. They're like practicing, and they get in the mutants' territory, and the mutants are like, we're gonna fuck you up, and they fuck them up, and it's great. Hills Have Eyes 2. Really awesome movie. I really like it. For a sequel to the remake, I think it's really fun, gory, just badass. Hills Have Eyes 2. And the case moves. That's always fun, when the case has that weird, like, kind of moving thing. Go back in your home. Oh, I'm having trouble putting this back. I'm gonna have to put the cameras on. Yeah, sorry about that. I needed 2 hands for that. But yeah. Feast 1, 2, and 3. I like the first Feast. I haven't seen the sequels, but it's like monsters and stuff. Gory. Really cool. You know, Feast. Yeah. I think Jason Mewes is in one of them. I'm gonna have to keep it. I guess I'll show you one more time before I put it away. Am I showing these? Am I taking them away? I don't know. I've never done this before. So excuse if I'm doing it wrong. I'm sorry. But yeah. I think I'm doing it okay. So like this is like a Christmas pack. You got Santa Pete, Miracle, Christmas, Ebby's Story, on the second day of Christmas, and Scrooge, a story of, you know, Christmas Carol story. But I haven't seen any of these. But, you know, they're probably just like fun Christmas movies. You know, general stuff. Youth in Revolt. This is like where Michael Cera gets like a split personality who's kind of badass. Like, I haven't seen this in a while, so I don't remember it. I think I remember it being good though. I remember liking it. But I haven't seen it in a long time. But it's like Youth in Revolt. Like one of those comedies. Now, here's one of my mom's favorites, but I really like it too. Brother Solomon. And it's about these 2 guys, their dad's dying, and their dad really wanted to have a grandchild, so they're trying to, like, have a baby before he dies. Like, get a baby, and it's just really funny. Like, they're asking this woman if she would do it, and just, like, they have very specific requirements, and she's like, yeah, I always want a baby just to get rid of it. And she's really down to do it, and then she gets hit by a bus. It's, like, really funny. And there's a lot of funny things about this movie. Will Arnett and Will Forte. Like, it's a fun movie. This is like an underrated comedy. But yeah, that woman's like, I will do it. And then she gets hit by a bus out of nowhere. It's great. And they even kind of like, guys are like, you should maybe sit on and walk on the inside or walk closer to the curb. And she's like, nah. But you don't think it's gonna happen. But then it happens and it's funny. Urban Legend Bloody Mary. Well, I recently came around to the first Urban Legend. I ended up liking it. I used to not like it, but now I have fun with it. I haven't seen part 2. But I remember always liking Bloody Mary. I might have to rewatch it. Maybe it'll be the opposite with this one. Maybe I won't like it. But I remember enjoying this movie. And, yeah. Like, I know people say it's bad, but I do remember enjoying it. Like, this girl gets assaulted, and like the ghost of Bloody Mary comes back for revenge from the grave because something similar happened to her on like I think it was prom night or whatever. And of course, it's Bloody Mary. Some legends can't be buried, but yeah. Urban Legend Bloody Mary. There we go. Knucklehead, this is a WWE movie. This is about Big Show, who's at this orphanage, and they train him to be a wrestler, even though he's a wrestler in real life, but he's not in the movie. And wrestles for like the church orphanage and stuff. He fights a bear, and like it's just a fun